The first memory I have of playing any board game was sitting on my mom's lap while she matched wits with my older brother as he was playing Mr. X in Scotland Yard. And because of this, I have always loved hidden movement games. The guile, the suspense, the trickery, but unlike other gaming genres, hidden movement has remained kind of stagnant over the years. Sure, there's been some standout titles that have come and gone, leaving their iterative mark along the way, but for the most part, the concept has remained rigid and slim. But then comes another beast altogether. I mean, I guess you kind of know where I'm going with this. The game, the beast. Well, beast, the game and the title. You know, that one, over there. Come on, let's talk about Beast. This new joint by Studio Midhall is a European folk fantasy take on the classic rampaging monster needs to be hunted by skilled adventurers shtick. One player hunts, stalks, plots, and rampages the country as said monster. The others, hunters. The monster moves from their last known location secretly tracked by a bevy of movement cards and a concealed tracker. When hunters move over spaces falling on the beast's path, trails are revealed, at which time any good hunters worth their salt hold counsel, debate potential locations through various personality assumptions, instinct, and math, then proceed. If the monster is caught, damaged up to their life total, and killed, hunters win. If the monster fulfills their goal, they win, which honestly sounds pretty run-of-the-mill if you played any hidden movement games in the past. But the devil pig is in the details, and this is no ordinary hog. Beast is far from the first in the genre to introduce asymmetric powers to hiders or hunters, but this is one of the first of its ilk to feel so cohesive and robust. I don't just mean that there's a host of various monsters or heroes you can choose from with their own loadouts of abilities and possible upgrades, though yes, leveling up in this game is very cool, but the way in which the two core roles interact. Sure, one of you is most often invisible on the board and the others aren't, but you occupy the same spaces, you count health the same way, you share common terms like attack, nearby, and movement, which on a fundamental level are largely carried out the same. There's an underpinning of commonality between all players that this genre often lacks. And it would be meaningless if the game itself weren't so good. Every game of Beast is defined by a contract which sets up special rules, numbers of rounds, victory conditions, and rewards offered if certain other conditions are met at the end of each round. Each turn, a player may play up to 2 cards, one each of the blue and red suit, usually dividing between more supportive and more aggressive effects. These cards can be your character's unique abilities recovered at the end of each round, one-time hunter items or beastly talents acquired through a variety of effects, or from the 16 common action cards drafted at the beginning of each round, with their effects betraying a little sneak peek of what hunters and beasts alike may have at their disposal, adding a welcome bit of denial to the interaction at the table. When all players have passed, action cards are discarded and shuffled only to be drafted again. Unique abilities are recovered, contract rewards are doled out, and players can spend grudge, aka experience points, earned from a variety of effects, not least of which is consuming these oh-so-adorable sheep, boars, and bears, allowing them to unlock a myriad of unique abilities that tailor organically to the board state and your current strategy. In a genre that is too often lacking in narrative and strategic levers to pull, Beast does so much to keep each game feeling unique and memorable, but it isn't immune to criticism either. For all that the game does to kind of add a modern sensibility to the game, it can come off as kind of temperamental. Supporting 2 to 4 players is one thing, but forcing one player in a 2-player game to manage 2 hunters with this much drafting, character management, and decision making is a big ask, especially when all said and done the game can be over in an hour, or less if the beast really knows what they're doing. 4, on the other hand, broadens the game and the map significantly, teetering from richly complex into complicated tedium. And for all the variety the game packs, it's surprising that there are only 2 each of the lower and higher player count contracts in the box, something I fully anticipate will be fleshed out at a price in the future. Oh, and while the game has the look and general components of a truly premium game, the player boards and silk-printed wooden components, to a jaw-dropping mythic art style, the cross cardboard standees feel flimsy in contrast. Minis, wooden meeples, pawns, heck even plastic bases, something would have been really welcome. But if that's the worst of the snarling maw, then this game is still a worthy hunt. Full of ambition and vitality, Beast is a game that honors the core cat and mouse intrigue of its predecessors, but adds on these robust, gamey layers without succumbing to bloat, bringing an empowering modernity to its hidden movement. So whether you're a diehard fan of this genre, or you've always wanted to be, but you just found that it was lacking a little meat on its bones, then I think that this is a game well worth checking out. And that is our review. But let me know, have you played Beast? What do you think of it? And what's your favorite hidden movement game? Put it in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, thanks for being a great community. You know, I've been Jack for the Cardboard Herald.